Hello, hello. Can you see and hear me? Hello, yes. Okay. Hi, hi. Hello, yes. Okay. All right. So I have Rajesh, Shiv, Vaishali, Palak, and Ritu, Ajay. Hello, hello, everyone. And welcome to today's session. Although we are going to be having a rapid revision, but not of grammar as well as vocabulary. So this is a rapid revision of Mhcet vocabulary, all that you need to know, the type of questions that are going to be there, or the expected questions. Also, you will be learning a lot of new words, and you will be seeing the synonyms and antonyms of the most commonly asked words. So I think I have everyone here. Let's get started. We have a lot to discuss today. Um, Hi Palak, hi Suman, hi Sahil. Hello, 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 hello everyone. So, this is going to be a very, very important session. Remember, for specifically MHCET perspective, because in this session we will be discussing around, let's say, 50 new words that you might know. New words, when I say, for some it might be new, for some it might be old. So, let's find out, and please make sure that you are engaging in the class throughout. Okay, make sure कि आप का engagement, आपके साइड से comments आते रहने चाहिए पूरे session में. Okay, because it is all based on the type of questions that can come for vocabulary. Okay, so we are going to look at vocabulary specifically in the MHCET perspective. So are you ready? Everyone ready? If you're ready, give me a thumbs up. मैं आ नहीं रही हूँ. कहाँ नहीं आ रही हूँ? Ritu, where do you want me to come? Good evening, everyone. I think we have passed the time to say good afternoon, so let's wish each other good evening. Chavi. Okay, now I see that the excitement is there only in Chavi. I haven't heard from the others. Are the others ready? Make sure कि आप अपने notebook या wherever you want to make a note of all these things, you are doing that, क्योंकि हम questions जब discuss करेंगे तो आंसर्स में भी जो सही आंसर होगा, गलत आंसर के बारे में भी हम बात करेंगे. So we are going to talk all about it, right? So all right, so I've got a thumbs up from Palak, Shiv, Vaishali, Nidhi. All right, let's get started. Now, before we get started, a few announcements that we are supposed to. Important announcements, guys, important announcements. Okay, so you already know about the All India CLAT mock test series that is back, and this time we are doing it for CLAT. So you see the difference. We are also doing another mock test series on MHCT, and this is something that all new learners should start with. आपको पता चलना चाहिए कि आप where do you stand right now, so that you can note your improvements. And I've told repeatedly in my classes कि mock test important है. आप चाहे अभी तक रेडी हो नहीं रेडी हो फाइनल एग्जाम के लिए, दैट डज नॉट मैटर. मेक श्योर दैट यू गेट द फील ऑफ इट फ्रॉम द वेरी बिगनिंग, सो दैट आप एडजस्ट कर जाओ उसके साथ. सो मेक श्योर एडजस्ट विद द क्वेश्चंस, है ना. तो आप क्वेश्चंस के साथ एडजस्ट कर जाओ. यही हमारा एम्बिशन है, यही हमारा एम है, एंड दैट्स व्हाई वी आर conducting CLAT mock test series, and it is starting from the 13th of March, 2 p.m. Okay, so please make sure that you enroll, and don't forget to use my code whenever you need a subscription. Don't forget, for any subscription, please make sure that you're using my code. That is, what is my code? VP10. Please make sure you're using VP10s, and you can save up to 30% on your Unacademy subscription now. So in the level up batches. So the offer is valid for a limited period only. So make sure that you make full utilization of this offer. You use the to subscribe. You're supposed to use my code, that is VP10. And there are two classes, target class CLAT 2024 and target CLAT 2024. दो बैचेस स्टार्ट हो रही हैं, एक आइकॉनिक है और एक प्लस बैच स्टार्ट हो रही है. You can purchase the plus batch for only 36,000 rupees and target for 63,000 rupees only. All right. And this is another batch that is going to start from March 30th. So मेरा दूसरा batch start होने वाला है जिसमें मैं भी उस batch का हिस्सा रहूंगी. There was already one batch and this is the next batch that I'm going to start. Again, it is called Level Up, a foundation batch for CLAT aspirants and AILET aspirants. Okay. So make sure that you enroll in this batch. It is starting from the 30th of March and don't forget to use my code VP10. Okay, there's Mhcet crash course जो अभी you can purchase it for 4,999 only, in which includes 100 teaching hours, access to 5 mock tests, and live voice solution by top educators. And these are our top educators. So enroll now. Let's now get started. बहुत हो गया बाकी बातें. Now let's get straight to the point. I hope I still have your attention. Uh, Okay, so I still got your attention. All right, so let's start with the very first question. What are you supposed to do? Directions padna mat bhulna. Lot of people underestimate and they ignore directions thinking that they know what is going to be asked in the question. Okay, so don't predict the question. Make sure that you're reading the question well. So the question is in the following questions. Choose the word which best expresses the meaning of the given word. तो meaning जो बता रहा है, you are supposed to select that as your answer. So the word is tepid. That means it is asking you synonym. Right? So tepid का synonym क्या होता है? Tepid मतलब होता है something that is. Okay, so I have got 3 answers, 2 of which says B and 1 says D. Okay, so Vaishali thinks it's D, Chavi and Anurag think it to be B. Palak also says cold. So it must be something to do with either warm or cold, right? Hot or cold. Because all the words now, there are 3 words that are related to hot. Okay, so warm. Now, tepid is basically lukewarm. You understand what is lukewarm? मतलब बहुत ज्यादा गर्म नहीं, बहुत ज्यादा ठंडा नहीं. When you are taking bath, you make sure that the water is lukewarm, right? So lukewarm or tepid are synonymous, and thus the correct answer will definitely be B. So those who answered B, bravo. Those who answered D, understand that now whatever you used to think is cold, tepid is warm. Okay, moving on. The second one, debacle. Debacle का मतलब क्या होता है? What do you think the word debacle means? What is synonymous? Now remember when we talk about synonyms or synonyms, they are basically similar in meaning. They are not same in meaning, they are similar in meaning. So sometimes you might have options जहां आपको लगता है कि कोई भी सही आंसर नहीं है क्योंकि आपको एग्जैक्ट मीनिंग पता है और एग्जैक्ट मीनिंग से मैच नहीं कर रहा है, राइट? सो in that case, remember that it is synonym. So something that comes close to that word, similar. For example, when we talk about rise, okay, rise can have synonym like grow. Rise can also have synonym like accelerate. Rise can also have synonyms like increase, but they are not the same words, right? So okay, so I have got answers. Now this will be confusing when a lot of A, B, 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 C, C, C and all that are coming in picture. So what you are supposed to do is the question number bhi yahan par, if you can write down and then post your answers, that would be very helpful so that I know if you're giving the right answer or wrong answer. Okay, so debacle is basically, ओके, डिसग्रेस करना मतलब होता है किसी को शर्मिंदा करना, राइट? तो डिबाकल एंड शर्मिंदा करना आर नॉट क्लोज टू ईच अदर एट ऑल, राइट? देन देर इज डिफीट. डिफीट भी सही आंसर नहीं होगा, बिकॉज व्हेन यू लूज यू आर डिफीटेड, सो लूज वुड बी बेटर सिनोनिम. अब okay, decline, again, decline would be something that goes down steadily, right? So it cannot be the correct answer. So the correct answer would definitely be collapse. Collapse would be the correct answer for debacle, right? So debacle ka synonym hoga collapse. Bravo to all those who got it right. Yes, Anurag, Vaishali, Vidyut, great. Palak, you were saying C, I believe. Okay. Muros. Next one. So this is the third one. Please write three and then start giving your answers. Make sure that you're closely looking at each option without before looking. आप बिना देखे, अगर आपको कोई लगता है कि let's say आपको पता है मोरोस का मतलब annoyed होता है, so you're not looking at the other options. Don't do that mistake, क्योंकि ऐसा कोई आ सकता है ऑप्शन जो ज्यादा क्लोज हो than the answer that you're selecting. So third ka, okay, why not C? Defeat and collapse, they are two different things, okay? Because आप हारने और जीतने की बात कर रहे हो when you're talking about getting defeated, right? So destroyed would be again close to debacle, okay, not defeat. So okay, defeat, destroy. Now, destroy can be a synonym of both debacle as well, but debacle, on the other hand, is a huge catastrophic moment, okay? Something that causes a lot of calamity, and it is used only for that purpose, so only for collapse or destroyed, or some sort of catastrophe, okay? So these would be the synonyms, not defeat, okay? Now, Moros. Moros, quickly give me your answers. Where are your answers? I don't see you answering. Third, annoyed. Just because I said A would be the answer, it is not true. Morose का मतलब क्या होता है? Someone who is gloomy. Okay, someone who is gloomy is in a very sad mood, not in a very chirpy mood. Depressed would be another word for it. So morose is negative connotation word, and it basically is sad, not annoyed. Annoyed होना मतलब irritate होना, चिड़चिड़ा हो जाना. But morose is basically दुखी होना, okay, in a sad state of mind, okay? Again, moody will not be the correct answer, you know why. Okay, next one, germane. Hurry up, I am. Why not B? Moody is someone who is, let's say, if I am happy now and suddenly after 5 minutes I become really sad, and then I become angry. So that is my mood fluctuating, and that is called moody. Okay, so sometimes I am in a good mood, I'm not in a good mood. It can change like this. So that is fluctuation is moody, right? So that's why not B. Germane is. Okay, this is the fourth one. So the correct answer for the fourth one, germane is something that is relevant to a subject. Okay, अगर हम बोलते हैं this is germane to um, English or English language or Mhcet. That means it is relevant for those for that exam, right? So germane is basically something that is relevant, not responsible. Responsible would be, let's say uh, say that I will be taking care of the entire English syllabus. So I am taking responsibility of it, right? But ये जिम्मेदारी नहीं है. Germain is not जिम्मेदारी. It is something that is relevant. इस situation में relevant है, इस situation में relevant नहीं है. ऐसा नहीं है कि logical ही होना चाहिए, बस situation की बात है कि कहाँ ये सही बैठेगा और कहाँ नहीं सही बैठेगा. Possible is something that is possible, is something that can happen, right? So again, germane would not be the correct answer for it. So again, D will be the correct answer. Kudos to the ones who answered. Let's move on to the next one. There are a lot of them, so please make sure that you're making a note of it. Voracious. You might have heard this word before. How many of you have heard this word before? And what would be the synonym of it? What would be the synonym of voracious? Very, very common word and asked quite a lot of times. Voracious means? Yes, voracious means greedy, because voracious is a person. If I say I am a voracious reader, that means इस टाइप का रीडर हूं मैं जो कभी सेटिस्फाई नहीं हो पाता है. insatiable टाइप का रीडर हूं, राइट? insatiable, greedy, someone who keeps wanting for more, craving for more is voracious, right? So it will not be wild, it will not be angry, it will not be quick. No, voracious is someone who craves for more. Okay, desires for more, craves for more, so is greedy in that case. So greedy would be the correct synonym. So good job, Chavi Abhishek. Next one, precarious. What is the meaning of precarious? Anyone? Precarious, again important word. You lot of times asked the meaning of precarious. Okay, so sixth one, everyone is saying A, cautious. Okay, सो प्रिकैरियस अगर देखा जाए तो प्रिकैरियस का मतलब होता है समथिंग दैट इज वेरी अनस्टेडी, और उसको किसी तरह से हम एक सिचुएशन में या एक पोजीशन में उसे रखे हुए हैं. And it can fall anytime, it can collapse anytime. So something that is very unstable, highly unstable, and something that can collapse anytime, है ना? तो critical will not be the correct. Cautious का मतलब क्या होता है? बहुत ध्यानपूर्वक, ध्यानपूर्वकता से, right? So cautious is a person who's very always thinks 10 steps ahead, right? So it will not be cautious. Critical again is something that is very, very important, right? Something that is important in a certain issue. So it cannot be critical. Then it is perilous. Okay, perilous का मतलब क्या होता है? Something that is that can um, that can wither off. Okay, perilous का मतलब होता है something that can wither off, something that can fall off, collapse again. Okay, so perilous is very close to precarious because both means that they are highly unstable, highly unreliable, and cannot be um, you know and they cannot be held together for long, right? So perilous is something that can decay or die, and again precarious is something that can basically collapse. Brittle is something that can shatter into pieces, right? So uh, glass is brittle. Okay, glass is brittle, period. So that would be the meaning of brittle. So again, brittle will not be the correct answer. Those who answered C are absolutely correct. If you did not, then remember, precarious is close to perilous. That means both can collapse. Moving on, mendacious. Mendacious sounds like a very nice word, but is actually not. This is your hint for this one. It sounds like mend करना मतलब क्या होता है? Mend करना चीजों को मतलब उन्हें वापस से ठीक करना, right? Mend our souls, people say, but mendacious is not the same. What is the what would be the correct word or synonym for mendacious? Come on, quickly. This is the seventh one. Okay, so seventh C. Okay, some of you are saying B and C. So I've got a lot of people saying B and C. Okay, all right. So mendacious basically means not full of confidence, someone who cannot be trusted. ऐसा इंसान या ऐसी चीजें जो हम जिसको हम ट्रस्ट नहीं कर सकते. ओके, ऐसी चीजें जिसको हम ट्रस्ट नहीं कर सकते इज मेंडेशियस. ओके, सो यहाँ पर वुड बी क्लोजेस्ट क्या होगा? प्रोवोकेटिव का मतलब क्या होता है? समथिंग जो आपको कुछ चीज के लिए उत्तेजित करता है, राइट? सो प्रोवोकेटिव, प्रोवोकेटिव कमेंट जिसमें किसी को उकसाने की कोशिश की जा रही है इज प्रोवोकेटिव, राइट? इनकरेजिंग इज लाइक हाँ हाँ तुम कर लोगे, that kind of a person, right? So encourage person who's untrustful cannot be encouraging and cannot be uh, can be provocative, but not very close. Mendacious का सही मतलब होगा false. Yes, correct, Vidyut, it will be false. Moving on to the next one. Frugality. Frugality का मतलब क्या होता है? बहुत अच्छी वर्ड है ये, बहुत अच्छा वर्ड है, बहुत अच्छा वर्ड है ये. फ्रुगैलिटी इज यूज्ड आल्सो क्वाइट अ लॉट व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट समवन इन अ पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव सेंस. व्हाट डू यू थिंक? फ्रुगैलिटी कौन से टाइप का कॉनोटेशन होगा? इज इट अ पॉजिटिव वर्ड और अ नेगेटिव वर्ड? दैट विल आल्सो हेल्प यू इन, इफ यू डोंट नो द मीनिंग ऑफ द वर्ड बट यू समहाउ नो कि ऐसे वर्ड का नेगेटिव कॉनोटेशन होता है या पॉजिटिव कॉनोटेशन होता है, तो आपको ऑप्शंस में आसान हो जाएगा, राइट? सो eighth one, what will be the correct answer for frugality? Economy. Okay, economic. So a frugal person is a person who is considered to be very economical, right? Someone who thinks in the sense of um, his economy. Okay, so a person who will always work towards making sure he's economically all right, right? So financially all right. So frugal person is economically very wise. Okay, so uh, एक्सट्रीमिटी नहीं होगा. एक्सट्रीमिटी मतलब होता है समथिंग दैट इज वेरी एक्सट्रीम, राइट? इन एक्सट्रीम. एंथुजियाज्म मतलब बहुत ज्यादा to money, right? Stringent is what is it related to? Stringent policies हमने सुनी होगी. The government has made stringent policies towards something, something, something. So what is stringent? What would be the correct word for synonym for stringent? Will it be tense? Will it be strangely? Will it be strict? Will it be causing something to shrink? Is there a lag? I don't think there's a lag. All of you can see and hear me well. Okay. Yes. Ninth, stringent policies would be strict policies. Absolutely correct. Stringent law, stringent policy is strict. Okay. Something that is strict. not something that causing to shrink का मतलब क्या होता है, सिकुड़ना, right? So anything that shrinks decreases in size, okay? So clothes or fabric shrinks. All right, ascend is a very common word again, ascending towards. Ascend and iska opposite hota hai descend, right? So what do you think ascend means? Okay, his frugality in the matter of business is impeccable. When I make this sentence, it means कि उसकी business का जो mind है towards saving money, that is very impressive. That is outsmarting everyone, right? So, frugality of something or a frugal system. That means a system where things are not your resources are not getting wasted, your money is not getting wasted too much. Okay, so Vidyut, I hope this is clear. Okay, 10th, the correct answer will not be B. Grow is not ascend. Okay, ascend is climb, right? Ascend is climb towards something, right? So we ascend to the to Mount Everest and descend from Mount Everest. Okay, if you are planning to go to Mount Everest, so ascend would be mount. Okay, mount would be the closest. Grow would be grow is a steady increase in something. Okay, it is a steady increase in something. Leap का मतलब क्या होता है? You jump from one place to another, is take a leap. Okay, deviate is again go in some other direction as planned before, कुछ और plan किया था, यहाँ जाना है, and then you deviated from your path, that is deviate. So D would be the correct answer for this one. Okay, I think this one was a little confusing, so make sure that you are reasoning with each option very well. Okay, now let's move on to the next 5 questions, which is not going to be on a straight up synonyms, but you are supposed to find out from contextually reading what does the word actually, what is the word closest to out of these options. So in each of the sentences given below, a word is printed in bold. Below it, 4 choices are given. Pick up the word which is most nearly the same in the meaning as the word printed in bold and can replace it without altering the meaning of the sentence. So meaning change nahi hona chahiye. So what do you think? The attitude of Western countries towards the third world countries is rather callous, to say the least. So Western countries का third world countries के तरफ कैसा attitude है? We are talking about attitude, so it has to be an adjective, right? It is a quality that we are talking about. Is it passive? uh, okay, passive is where you are not being direct. Okay, you are being indirect and somehow passing your message to someone. Okay, so it is not that they are indirect towards um, the third world countries. They are unkind. It cannot be unkind because it's not showing, callous does not mean a harsh treatment, right? Cursed cannot, definitely weak link होगा यहाँ पर, because you know the word कि cursed cannot come close to callous, right? Because cursed मतलब किसी, what is the Hindi word for बदुआ, right? Curse is um so basically किसी को बदुआ मिल चुकी है is cursed. Okay, yeah, shrap. Shrap as well. Okay, is a curse. Absolutely correct. It should be shrap, not badua. I'm sorry. Thank you for helping with Vidyut and Palak. Um, so it cannot be cursed. Unfeeling हमारे पास बच जाता है. Basically they are indifferent, unfeeling, all these are same. मतलब ना ही सोच रहे उनके बारे में, ना ही कुछ कर रहे उनके बारे में, उनको अनदेखा कर दे रहे हैं, नजरअंदाज कर दे रहे हैं third world countries को. Okay, they are not thinking about them, they are not even taking in an interest in them. Okay, so that would be the correct answer would be D, unfeeling. Is that clear to all of you after all that we? Okay, so if at all I'm using I'm thank you. If this happens again, if I'm using the wrong Hindi word, please do let me know. Sometimes I do make mistakes as well. Okay. Now, the visitor had a bohemian look. Bohemian look, what would be the correct word for it? What would be the correct synonym for bohemian? Bohemian Rhapsody. Bohemian, you must have heard these days, boho art has become very famous, and it is all over the place. You see things made out of macrame and these. So that kind of it is that kind of an art. Okay, so what do you think is that kind of an art? It is unconventional, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Unconventional, something that is new and especially artistic. Okay, new in an artistic way. So that is unconventional. Conventional is the old traditional way, right? And unconventional is going um different from the traditional way, right? So sinister, remember the word sinister. Those who have attended my other editorial sessions, you must be remembering the word sinister. It means something evil. Cannot be the correct answer. Unfriendly will not also be the correct answer. uh, Hostile cannot be. Hostile matlab being aggressive towards someone or something. So hostile behavior, that means aggressive behavior. Okay, so yes, in the news. Correct, Palak. See, if you're regular, you see the words appearing again and again. Okay. Now he has an insatiable love for music. This I have, the word I have discussed before in something else when we were doing synonyms, one word. Then we had discussed this word. So insatiable किसके लिए हमने यूज किया था? Voracious के लिए यूज किया था. Voracious के लिए हमने क्या यूज किया था? Insatiable. So what is the meaning of insatiable? Someone who cannot something or someone who cannot be, sorry, satisfied. Insatiable. Okay, so insatiable love, generally we use it for that, something that cannot be quenched. Okay, so aisa type ka love that cannot be satisfied no matter how much of it you get, how much of it you do. Okay, so A will be the correct answer. Unsatisfiable, and unchanging. Okay, irreconcilable. Oh, can anyone tell me what is the meaning of irreconcilable? Something that cannot be conciliated, right? What does that mean? That is not conciliable. What does that mean? Reconcile का मतलब क्या होता है? Irreconcilable. Reconcile मतलब you talk it out and you have discussed everything and you spoke it out, है ना? Reconcile मतलब आप वापस से friends बन गए after having a discussion. Irreconcilable, oh sorry, irreconcilable is basically when something cannot be spoken and discussed and sorted out. Okay, so something that cannot be sorted out. Undesirable is something that is not desired, right? Yes, incompatible would be a very nice word. Very nice. The great artist's life was full of vicissitudes. Vicissitudes का मतलब क्या होता है? What would be the similar word for it? Can you not be cannot be made to agree? Irreconcilable. Yes, something that cannot be agreed upon. Okay, correct, Palak. So the great artist's life was full of vicissitudes. What is vicissitudes? Is it sorrow? Okay, sorrow, morose, gloomy, all these are one cluster of words. Okay, so it cannot fall in that category because it is just sad. Okay, vicissitude has nothing to do with sad. Misfortunes is something that uska bad luck रहता है हमेशा. Okay, so that is also not. It has got nothing to do with fortunate and misfortunate, or luck and lucky and unlucky. Changes. It does talk about changes. Okay, vicissitudes is something that keeps changing, transforming. Okay, so what did I do? So vicissitude would be Correct answer would be changes and not surprises. Okay, so surprises is sort of a change, but it is like a shock. Like suddenly something is happening on this side, and then again a turn on that side, and then something else is happening. That is not the meaning of vicissitudes. Okay, so correct answer will definitely be C. Moving on. The bullet wound proved to be fatal and the soldier died immediately. Okay, so fatal again, you must have heard this word very very often. Fatal का मतलब क्या होता है? I think everybody should know the answer for this one. Fatal is definitely deadly. Something that is deadly, something that can cause death is fatal. So I think everyone got the answer for this one. Moving on to the next one. Now you're supposed to find out the opposite. Okay, so antonyms batana hai. Antonyms. Okay, so let's do the first one. It's very simple. Enormous. Enormous is something that is okay, so enormous is something huge and gigantic, so the opposite would be tiny. Absolutely correct, those who marked it tiny. Commissioned. Sorry. Commissioned का मतलब क्या होता है? He just got commissioned, or he got commissioned on April 12th or something like that last year. So commissioned का मतलब क्या होता है? Someone, किसी की भर्ती होना, right? Right, to a post. So commissioned is starting at a post, right? Or yes, initiating at a post. So it cannot be started because that would be very synonymous, right? Closed would be not antonym really, because open ka opposite hoga closed. Finished would be the correct antonym for this. Those who marked it C, sorry, what am I saying? Finished will also not be the antonym, because commissioned is being starting at a post. Okay, so it has to do something with a post, right? And terminated would be the correct answer, because they both are related to the to being to starting at a post and being exiting out of a post. Okay, so termination is the yes. Finish to start हम बोलते हैं, तो start finish नहीं होगा यहाँ पर. They are vague antonyms, बहुत दूर के antonyms है. Exodus इसका मतलब क्या होता है? Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of exodus? No, commission होना मतलब बहाली होना. I think बहाली is the correct word. Basically, army officers are commissioned um, over here on this ground. Okay, so um, commissioned is basically the date when they took hold of their duties. Or exodus का मतलब क्या होता है, पहले ये बताओ. Tell me what is the meaning of exodus. Yes, mass departure. Very nice. Amrita, very nice. Kathamrita. Kathamrita. I think I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Kathamrita. मास डिपार्चर ऑफ. एंड ये बहुत ही कॉमन है, ये बहुत ही कॉमन एंटोनिम क्वेश्चन है. एंड इसका ऑपोजिट होगा इनफ्लक्स. एक्सोडस का ऑपोजिट हमेशा इनफ्लक्स होता है, राइट? सो मास अमाउंट ऑफ पीपल कमिंग इन is would be influx. Okay, so many people leave a place. This incident also, you remember, if you remember, it happened some time ago, where there was a mass exodus of northeastern people leaving Bangalore. Okay, mass exodus of northeastern people from Bangalore. Okay, so that would be exodus. Influx would be a lot of people coming into a city, or a place, any place, not necessarily a city. Okay. relinquish का मतलब क्या होता है? relinquish का मतलब वेरी वेरी अगर मुझे इसका हिंदी वर्ड पता है. ओके, relinquish का मतलब होता है त्याग देना. ओके, सो relinquish का ऑपोजिट क्या होगा? Yes, it means renounce. Um, renounce would be synonym. Remember, we are doing antonyms now, so synonym hoga renounce. Opposite ho jayega possess. Absolutely correct. If you have marked C as your answer, possess. That means still in your under your, still in your included in your property. Okay, possess as your property. Okay, mortal. I think mortal combat सबने सुना होगा, सबने किसी किसी I'm sure some of you might have played it as well. Mortal का मतलब क्या होता है? What is the meaning of mortal? Abdicate is also a synonym. Correct. Abdicate, relinquish, and renounce. All three are synonyms. Very good. Palak. Mortal means Amar. No, mortal means Amar means someone who is immortal, right? You're telling me the opposite. Mortal means जो मर सकता है, right? So इंसान मर सकते हैं. That's why they're called mortal beings. And भगवान के बारे में हमेशा बोला जाता है they are immortal, right? Immortal gods. ऐसे बोलते हैं तो immortal would be the opposite, right? So mortal is anything that can die or perish, and immortal is something that can live on forever. Okay. That cannot die, not live on forever. Live on forever is eternal. Okay, something that can live on forever is eternal. Okay, gods are immortal. Okay. All right, moving on to quiescent. Quiescent, what does quiescent mean? Does it mean active, dormant, weak, unconcerned? इसका ऑपोजिट बताना है. पहले मुझे मीनिंग बताओ, उसके बाद फिर वी विल नेचुरली फाइंड आउट दी. Okay, quiescent, stop. Exactly, not stop. Can someone get closer to the meaning of quiescent? Palak, good attempt, but what is another word for it? इट बेसिकली मीन्स यहाँ पर इसका मीनिंग दिया हुआ, दिस इज सिनोनिम. सो रिमेंबर, आपको कंफ्यूज करने के लिए बहुत टाइम एंटोनिम्स पूछा रहेगा, एंड यू माइट बी knowing the synonym, and you in a rush you might select the synonym. So remember, synonym इसका क्या होगा? Quiescent का dormant. Okay, something that is not active, in an inactive state is quiescent, right? So इसका opposite क्या हो जाएगा? Active. Yes. Moving on, fraudulent. Fraudulent भी बहुत ही common word है. You must be knowing what is the meaning of fraudulent. Fraudulent activities, fraudulent behavior, fraud. The name itself has fraud. The word itself has fraud. तो कुछ अच्छा तो नहीं होगा, right? So इसका opposite, remember something. Fraudulent is something that is not genuine. Okay, not genuine, right? So D would be the correct answer. जो genuine नहीं है, जो would be fraudulent. Candid का मतलब क्या होता है? Candid मतलब होता है honest, right? So candid pictures, you know, direct and forthright both means direct. They are synonyms, right? So genuine will be the correct answer. Moving on to belittle. I think you must have seen this word before. Belittle करना किसी को, या belittling someone or something. What does it mean? It means किसी चीज को नीचा दिखाना, छोटा दिखाना, right? उसके बारे में बहुत कम और बहुत बुरी बातें करना, right? So criticize would be the synonym, right? So criticize would be the synonym. Flatter would not be the opposite, क्योंकि flatter करना मतलब होता है कि किसी की जबरदस्ती बड़ाई करना, राइट? लाइक इवन टू गेन सर्टेन फेवर्स और समथिंग इज टू फ्लैटर, राइट? एग्जैजरेट वुड बी द एंटोनिम, की बढ़ा चढ़ा के किसी के बारे में बोलना इज एग्जैजरेट करना, राइट? तो किसी के बारे में बहुत ही नेगेटिव बातें बोलना, उसे खाली खाली उसकी नेगेटिव या बुराइयां दिखाना और फॉल्ट्स बताना इज बिलिटलिंग समवन. ऑन द अदर हैंड, अगर आप कुछ ज्यादा ही बढ़ा चढ़ा के बोला, अरे ये तो मास्टर है, ये तो यही है, दैट इज एग्जैजरेट. सो द ऑपोजिट वुड बी exaggerate. Adore someone is basically like someone um, um, in a cute way, I think. Okay, culpable. What would be the meaning of culpable and what would be the opposite of culpable? Okay, so candid and forthright are synonym. Candid, direct, and forthright, all three are synonyms. Okay. Adore means love and paying respect to someone. Okay. Thank you for the correct definition. I'm not so sure कि paying respect comes in adoring someone, but yes, loving someone and paying huge adoration, having too much adoration for someone. Yes. Culpable का मतलब क्या होता है? Yes, someone who is culpable is someone who जिस पे blame जा सकता है, full of blames, right? जिसके ऊपर बहुत सारा blames, blameful, yes, exactly, Palak. Blameful and culpable are synonyms. Blameless would be the opposite, right? To admire someone is to adore someone. Yes, admire, adore, all these are the synonyms. Okay, so blameless would be the correct answer. Correct answer. Okay. Evasive. What is the meaning of evasive? And sorry, what is the antonym of evasive? Why am I confusing you guys? What is the antonym of evasive? Come on, hurry up. Now we are going to finish it as soon as possible. So I want answers flooding in one by one. As soon as you see the question, give me the answer, whatever you think. Don't think too much. But make sure that you are looking at each and every option. ऐसा नहीं कि बिना option देखे ही बस ये लग रहा है. Yes, evasive is not direct. Okay. Uh, if I am not directly telling you what I feel in my heart and how do I feel about what you're doing or what you're saying, I am being evasive, right? So avoiding your feelings altogether, the disregarding it would be evasive, right? And the opposite will definitely be frank. Okay. Yes, moving on to the next one. Now, these the sentence type. यहाँ पर bold नहीं किया हुआ है, but this is the word that is bold. So opposite बताना है of the word that is in bold. The members thought that the task was feasible. So feasible का मतलब क्या होता है? Something that is feasible is something that can be done, is doable, right? Something, अगर मैं बोलूँ कि आपको ये रूट नहीं लेना चाहिए, I think in the morning, since there's a lot of traffic, it would be a feasible option to take the outer ring road, let's say. So that is a feasible option, that means doable option, that means possible option, right? So impractical, opposite क्या होगा feasible का? Something that is impractical or the impracticable will not be the correct answer, definitely. Something that is impossible. Doable matlab something can be done. So so possible. Impossible would be the correct one. Okay. and not difficult. Why not D? Because difficult मतलब ये नहीं कि नहीं किया जा सकता है. Antonym का मतलब क्या होता है? Exactly opposite, right? Feasible is something that is doable. Difficult is something that is doable, but uh, थोड़ी दिक्कत के साथ, right? So not exactly the opposite. That's why not D. Okay. The incessant noise of the boring machine made it difficult for us to got to sleep at night, to go to sleep at night, not got to go to sleep at night. So incessant noise का मतलब क्या होगा? Smooth noise. इसका क्या, what you supposed to select? The opposite, right? So smooth would be the correct opposite, because intermittent का मतलब क्या होता है? Intermittent मतलब कुछ gap के बाद, right? After some gap, right? Intermittent fasting अभी बहुत famous हो गया है. Lot of people are getting into that. So harsh would not be the opposite. Smooth would be the opposite, because harsh would be the synonym of incessant. Okay. Constant again would be sort of synonym. Okay. Unsettled condition in the land led to the exodus of hundreds of its citizens. I think you will know what अभी हमने discuss किया है थोड़ी देर पहले, exodus and the opposite of it. So you are supposed to find out the opposite in this. This should be easy. इसका क्या आंसर होना चाहिए? exodus. इन्वेजन का मतलब क्या होता है? इन्वेड करना किसी जगह को, मतलब उनको टेक ओवर करना, राइट? इन्वेड सर्टेन प्लेस एंड लूट एंड प्लंडर एंड ओवरटेक. ओके. एंट्री करना वुड बी टू एंटर अ सर्टेन प्लेस. इमिग्रेशन वुड बी to set come and settle in a place, and expulsion would be exodus, right? So यहाँ पर कौन सा सही आंसर होगा? Entry. Okay, B would be the correct answer. All right, moving on to the next one. Because of the economy drive, they were very willingly surrendered some superfluous posts. So, what is the meaning of superfluous? Superfluous, something that is. Why not A? Invasion करना मतलब completely occupy that place, and जो वहां की population है उनको उनसे छीन कर, right, is invade. So exodus is not छीन कर सब कुछ भाग जाना, right? And invasion, that's why not invasion would be the opposite. So yes, ravaging and occupying a place, correct, absolutely. Katha Amrita is absolutely correct. Superfluous behavior, what does it mean? It is extreme, but doesn't mean all extreme words are similar. ठीक है विद्युत? It is also an extreme word, but it is not the same type of extreme. Okay, mass exiting, but they are not destroying the place while leaving. They are not taking everything with them while they are leaving. Okay, so that is why exodus and invasion will not be the opposite. Okay. Yes, superfluous is something that is irrelevant. जरूरी नहीं है फिर भी हो रहा है. His superfluous behavior, उसका उसकी जरूरत तो थी नहीं. Even after winning the elections, he kept he still had a superfluous behavior towards his party members. That means it was not required to have that behavior, but he still had it. Okay, so relevant would be the opposite, right? Relevant. Irrelevant, superfluous. Relevant would be the opposite. The young leader was reluctant to shoulder the responsibility of ministerial office. रिलक्टेंट का मतलब क्या हो गया? रिलक्टेंट मतलब झिझक थी उसमें, राइट? हेजिटेशन थी, राइट? रिलक्टेंट, दैट मीन्स ही wasn't willing to. So the opposite would be willing, right? Reluctant is not repelling, okay? Repulsion towards something is like, no, okay? Reluctant matlab, uh, can't, okay, got it? That which cannot be corrected. Okay, now we are moving to one word substitution, the last 10 one word substitution, and then we will wind up the session. So I think we have discussed quite a lot, and last 10 I did think these are interesting, so I want answer from everyone. So that which cannot be corrected, something that cannot be corrected. What cannot be corrected? uh, Unintelligible is something that is not intelligent, right? Undelible is something that cannot be dealt with. Illegible is something that cannot be read. वो इतनी बकवास हैंडराइटिंग है उसकी कि मैं it was completely illegible. Or maybe I was right, I had written your number down on a piece of paper, and then my friend poured water all over it, so it became illegible, and that's why I couldn't call you. Okay, so that is illegible. Incorrigible is something that cannot. Corrigome, इसमें क्या आता है word? इसमें एक रूट वर्ड आता है कॉरिगो, विच मीन्स करेक्ट. ओके, करेक्ट करना. ओके, सो इन जब भी आता है इज अ नेगेटिव प्रीफिक्स, राइट? सो नेगेटिव प्रीफिक्स जिसका मतलब होता है cannot. Okay, cannot be corrected. So incorrigible, D would be the correct answer. Yes. Second one, the study of ancient societies, what is it called? The study of ancient societies, what is it called? Is it anthropology? Is it archaeology? Is it history? Is it ethnology? Ethnicity के बारे में जब हम पढ़ते हैं तो it is ethnology. Okay, so cannot be the correct answer. History is studying about the past, any kind of past. Okay, so it is not necessary we are studying specifically ancient societies. You can study anything in history about the past. Okay, archaeology would be the correct answer. Anthropology में anthrop आता है, which means anthrop means human, mankind, right? Humans, anthrop. So studying about human beings is anthropology, right? So the correct answer would be archaeology. Absolutely. Third one, state in which the few govern the many. कुछ लोग बहुत लोगों को गवर्न करते हैं. व्हाट काइंड ऑफ? आर्की मतलब क्या होता है? जब भी ये सफिक्स आर्की आता है दैट मीन्स रूल. सेम गोज फॉर क्रेसी. जब भी क्रेसी आता है तब भी दैट मीन्स रूल, राइट? सो एरिस्टोक्रेसी, ब्यूरोक्रेसी, autocracy, plutocracy, all these means rule. Monarchy, oligarchy, all these also mean rule, right? So monarchy is won't be the correct answer because only one rules many in monarchy, right? Oligarchy would be the correct answer. Or oligopoly market bhi hota hai, right? So oligo means few, right? A few. So oligarchy would be the correct answer. Plutocracy ऐसा जगह होता है जहां पर Pluto is name of the, you know, जितने भी names of planets हैं हमारे पास, Pluto used to be a planet. It keeps getting on and off. So प्लूटो जो नाम था, ये सारे हम नॉर्स गॉड से लिए गए हैं. ये जितने भी नेम्स ऑफ planets हैं हमारे सोलर सिस्टम में, एक्सेप्ट अर्थ. अर्थ इज नॉट नेम ऑफ एनी गॉड. सो प्लूटो इज द गॉड ऑफ द रिच. ओके, सो प्लूटोक्रेसी इज रूल बाय रिच. ओके, सो कैन नॉट बी द करेक्ट आंसर. ऐसा जगह जहां रिच रूल ओवर द कंट्री. ऑटोक्रेसी, ऑटो मतलब क्या होता है? सेल्फ, राइट? ऑटो ऑलवेज मीन्स सेल्फ. So autonomous, automated, automatic, all these are auto means self. Chrissy rule. So self rule. I choose myself to be the ruler, and I will. I have my disciples are okay with it. Autocracy. I have self-proclaimed myself to be a ruler. Okay, autocratic nation. Self-rule. Yes. Um, a style in which a writer makes a display of his knowledge. A style in which the writer makes display of his knowledge. ऐसे टाइप की राइटिंग जिसमें राइटर अपना नॉलेज दिखाता है. ओके, बेसिकली शो ऑफ करता है अपना नॉलेज, इज कॉल्ड पिडेंटिक. ओके, पिडेंटिक. ऑलराइट. Moving on to the next one, list of the business or subjects to be considered at a meeting. What is it called? List of things. आप पहले आप मीटिंग में जाने वाले हो, मीटिंग में जाने से पहले आप एक ये बनाते हो, आपको एक मैसेज भी आता है, आप या कोई एक specific आदमी जो मीटिंग कंडक्ट कराने वाला है, he comes and tells you what that sends a mail saying that these are the points that we are going to discuss. So those are the agenda of the meeting. Absolutely correct, they are the agenda of the meeting. Prima facie case is such. Prima facie case, as it seems at first sight, as it is made to seem at the first sight, as it turns out to be at the end, as it seems to the court after a number of hearings. So it is definitely important word, one word substitution. It will be A. Okay, A will be the correct answer, as it seems at the first sight. अगर आपको कोई देख ही के लग रहा है कि this person is going to be a wonderful person, I have a good feeling about it. For example, when you saw me, you might have had the same feeling. But okay, so the that is what is a, and the person actually turns out to be that way, then it is a prima facie. Okay. Yes. A person pretending to be somebody he is not. तो मैं वो नहीं हूं लेकिन मैं वो दिखाने की कोशिश कर रही हूं कि मैं वो हूं. So what is that person? Magician? Is the person called magician? Absolutely not. Rogue is a person who has gone wild, okay, gone against a certain belief or gone left a certain place is rogue. Liar cannot be the correct answer, because liar is just someone who lies. Okay, so cannot. So imposter will be the correct answer. Imposter is someone who is pretending to be someone he is not, and this is called imposter syndrome. बहुत लोगों को होता है, उनको लगता है कि वो उनकी चोरी कभी भी पकड़ी जाएगी, that they are not that great and people think that they are great but they are not actually that great, and someone will find out someday that. So that is the imposter syndrome, and imposter is the word. A person who knows many foreign languages, जिसको बहुत सारे foreign languages आते हैं, knows we are talking about, not speaks, knows. Very important difference. क्योंकि bilingual is someone who knows. Bi का मतलब क्या होता है? Two, right? So bilingual, lingua is basically tongue, right? Lingua is tongue. So bilingual speaks two tongues. Okay. Polyglot is someone who can speak in. What is, okay, who is a polyglot? किसको हम बोलेंगे polyglot? Grammarian would be someone who knows the grammar. Okay, an expert in grammar would be a grammarian, so cannot be the correct answer. And linguist is, again, lingua is there, so it is related to a tongue, and someone who knows a lot of foreign languages. But what is polyglot? Can we say who posts lie about him or her is an imposter? Yes, if I'm on Instagram, let's say, for example, I'm showing to be this person who's very outgoing and is always outside, always traveling, but I'm actually not that person. I am a person who is sitting at home most of the time and not going outside anywhere. So I'm an imposter over there. Absolutely. I am a grammarian. Thank you, Vidyut. I hope so. But tomorrow is the grammar session, so come for the tomorrow session and find out, okay? So that whether I am a grammarian or not. Okay. Now, come on. Who is called a polyglot? And what is the difference between polyglot and linguist? ओके, पॉलीग्लॉट और लिंग्विस्ट में इतना ही फर्क है कि पॉलीग्लॉट नोज एंड इज एबल टू यूज a lot of foreign languages. Okay, so usage पे based है, otherwise they are very very similar. Okay, so that's why I kept asking, waiting for someone to answer. Knowing or using several languages, yes, so either knowing or using several languages is a polyglot. Linguist is someone who studies different languages, right? So a person who studies different languages is a linguist, right? So correct answer would be linguist, not polyglot. Ninth one who has little faith in human sincerity and goodness. ऐसा इंसान जो आप कितनी भी let's say आप मेरे लिए you come to the class one day, offline class, and you come to the online class one day and you say, ma'am, I'm really interested in studying from you, and I have used your code for specifically studying with you in your class. And instead of saying thank you, I start questioning what must be the motive of this child. What is he aiming to get? Okay, so that is a person who's cynical. That means cannot trust that the person is just sincerely and actually good. Okay, so everyone must have a motive. सबके पास कुछ ना कुछ motive होता है. अगर कोई कुछ कर रहा है मेरे लिए तो क्यों कर रहा है? Must be a reason. That person is a cynical person. Egoist is a person who treats everything as a competition and thinks that people are competing against him. So egoist will not be the correct answer. Fatalist is someone who thinks that everything is has a has a very deadly end to it. Okay, so and stoic is someone who is a um, spiritual person. Okay, philosophical person who is a veteran philosopher can be a stoic. Okay, so cynical would be the correct answer. And the final question, words inscribed on tomb. Everything is epi. So all the epis mean different things. So which one talks about the words inscribed on a tomb? On tomb का मतलब क्या होता है? Gravestone भी बोलते हैं इसे. Let's say someone, those who cremate their dead. Okay, they don't have this. Okay, but those who bury their dead, they have a tomb like structure, and uspe there are certain messages that are written about the person, a loving father or a loving mother, uh, a loving husband or something like that. Okay, so um, एपिटाफ उसको कहते हैं. एपिलॉग होता है जो स्टोरी के नॉवल के एंड में देखोगे. प्रोलॉग एंड एपिलॉग. एपिलॉग कम्स इन द एंड. दिस we'll study it in figures of speech. Epitome is the highest example of something. And what is epistle? This is my final question for the day. What is the meaning of epistle? Yes, you guess it right. Kathamrita, you guess it absolutely right. Epitaph will be the correct answer. So, yes, what is the meaning of epistle? Waiting for your final answer so that we can wind up the session. Yes, it's simply a literary work. It's simply an article or anything, a piece of writing. It can be a poem, it can be an article, it can be anything which is a short letter, it can be anything. Okay, so that's okay with you. Now you know. So all the epis we covered, and we know why epitome is the highest example of something. So, for example, Elon Musk is the epitome of success, some people say. So epitome is basically the highest example of something. Okay, so the correct answer will be D. Chaliye, I hope everyone uh, understood and you got a lot of words. I hope that this helps and I'm sure it will if you paid attention to the class. Tomorrow again we will be back at 12 in the afternoon to discuss some of rapid revision of grammar of Mhcet paper. All right, I will see you uh, again in the next class. That is tomorrow. Please make sure that you're present 12 at 12. And don't forget to use my code whenever you're subscribing to anything. Thank you, everyone. This is me, Vaishnavi, signing off. Bye bye.